All right. Welcome to Refrigerator Diaries. Hashtag Refrigerator Diaries, keeping the people engaged with the food. Share your stories, videos, music, and topics. Let people know what's going on in your diary. Hashtag what's your ID. So we've got an amazing brother on with us today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed, Chef Marcus. And there's an amazing composer. He's actually has roots in the Detroit area. His last name is also it's Ware is how he pronounces it. How do you pronounce your last name?
It's Ware, W-A-R-E.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Ware.
Chef Marcus Ware. Marcus Chef, you just recently joined on with the Young Village thing.
Yes, I
Happy
did.
to have you.
Yeah,
Happy
and
to have you.
I'm always happy to be here. It was definitely it was a no-win. It's really a no-win situation. Definitely a great group of guys that I love, really to work with, and I'm just looking forward, for the future right now.
All day, man. So, you're pretty accomplished. You work at London Chop House. You're at the Peterborough. You were also at the Menagerie. A couple places now.
Yeah.
In your repertoire, man. What? And then you see your father got you into cooking.
Yeah. Actually, so my biological father is from Port-au-Prince, which is from Haiti.
Haitian in the house.
Haitian.
Roti bread coming soon.
Of
Hashtag.
course. But my father, who raised me, is from Buffalo, New York, who really just developed my craft. He was the executive chef at the Fish Bones back in the day when it was in Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, I just took force with it. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life until I turned 23, and which I'm 34 now. And all I can say is been tremendous.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. So, this is Refrigerator Diaries, hashtag what's in your diary, what's behind the food, right? And a lot of times, we talk about like what's going on in the kitchen, like how do you order, but I don't think we've actually covered like how a chef orders food at home. Like, we hate all the guests. If you're your first time listening, we have each guest in a picture of the refrigerator along with their most excellent and most awkward food experiences. Make sure you check in our newsletter to hear what Chef Marcus says. But tell us about it. So when's the last time you went grocery shopping for your house?
Actually, I don't go grocery shopping for my house.
What?
What I do is I buy a select of items that I want that day.
Okay, so you do it day by day.
Yeah, I do it day by day, but it could be something different. And anything that I have left over, because I always say that a chef's eye is better than anyone's eye. Like, I can go in the kitchen and pick out something, and somebody else can come in and be like, I didn't know you made that. So it's totally different how I pick out things.
So
but
store at the table.
Yeah, of course.
And then right to your stomachs.
Of course.
Day by day.
Of course. But the things I do have in my refrigerator, I would tell you, definitely have pickles. I'm a big pickle fan, which is Clausen pickles. You only can get them from Walmart, or you can order.
Me that. You're a pickle guy.
Yeah,
I love. Shout out to Bert's.
Yeah,
we were at Bert's. Had some amazing food. Good jerk chicken. Try it out.
And I asked for pickles.
Yeah, you asked for pickles. I didn't know this. You're breaking down the difference between Flint pickles, Detroit pickles.
Yeah, I love. Yeah.
What city has the best pickles?
Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, because that's where the Clausen pickles really, really come from. But me, I love making my own pickles as well. Love experimenting, really with things, and love pickling things as well. But my best is Clausen. I love Clausen pickles.
Okay, all right, for sure. Do you I know you like the pickles in their unadulterated form, but how about pickle and pan frying them? You like a fried pickle?
I do like a fried pickle, but it got to be a real good fried pickle.
Does it matter how good the pickle is when you're frying it?
It do. I mean, really to me it do. I mean, if you don't really eat pickles and you don't know, like me, I actually looked it up on far as pickles. Like, I'm a real big pickle fan. So it have to be a great pickle in order for it to be a good fried pickle, because it ain't nothing but the batter and you just frying it.
Mm-hmm.
And with the pickle, and me, in my eyes, I look at that as a protein. So if it's not good, I'm not going,
So, certain beers I feel the same way with. Like, I remember when I first started drinking beer, someone came up to me, it was like a craft beer, like, don't you taste the blood orange and pomegranate inside the beer, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I just taste beer.
Right.
But that's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
You know, with
Yeah.
specialization, you start to
Definitely.
get your expertise
That's
going.
that's almost like the same way when people cook chicken, and they take you to taste their chicken and say, "Don't this taste good?" And it don't taste good. It tastes like chicken.
Hey,
So,
it's hard.
I
Chicken's
understand.
been tasting the same for years.
I totally
From
understand.
dark ages to now, right? So
Right.
you're in the kitchen.
Yes.
You started learning from the executive chef of the Pegasus
Which my
Fish
father.
Bones,
Yeah.
which your father was there.
Uh-huh.
You know, what were you like 5 cooking, or you
I
wait till you were an adult?
I actually started off at 3. We used to have a taste fest
3
down
years old?
Yeah, 3 years old. I was actually in the kitchen at 3 years old. I wasn't actually handling no food, of course not.
Mhm.
But I was actually there with my father at 3 years old. Going to the
Sauteing
taste
shrimp?
fest, and he taking me around, showing me different food. You know, the Euro, you know, stuff like that. And it was just like it was something that I love to do. Like I ain't gonna say I love to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do until I turned 21, but it's something that clearly that stuck in my head when he put it in there when he planted the seed. And once I turned 21, I actually went to school, WC3, which I got my associates in business, and then I went to Dorsey. Shout out to Dorsey,
Shout out
of
to
course,
Dorsey, yeah.
and where I just took it, you know, just really by force. And it don't matter if you go to school or not about it. It's really about your passion to drive. I always tell people all the time, the experience is your best teacher. And regardless, it don't matter if you go to school, craft college, or whatever. The experience is your best teacher. And by me, I was lucky that I had experience from my father that showed me the ropes and showed me what and what not to do. And he got me engaged in line with people that was going to look out for me. And it was one of them was the London Chop House, where I was there working for 4.5 years with Chef R.J. Shearer, and which is a great chef. He taught me majority of things that I know now, as far as like the simplest things. And he was younger than me, so by him being younger than me, I really looked at him like, okay, he know what he doing, you know. And I always tell people, anybody can teach you something. It don't have to be a chef. It don't have to be a line cook. A dishwasher can teach you something. The whole thing is it's up to you. It's what you're gonna take.
Oh yeah, you pretty much have to be humble all the way about
Of course,
it. You know?
of course.
No, definitely. So what kind of I love what you said. I personally never went to culinary school. You know, I'm self-taught, but I've been in the kitchen since I was 17, and you know, it's absolutely right. I think it doesn't matter if you go to school or not. Education or experience is the best teacher. But that being said, though, you know, the experience comes with all the action. So
Of course.
it's not just being in the kitchen cooking. You know, you still have to like learn, right? Like you're in an active environment,
Yeah.
kitchens. If you're no longer learning,
Right.
then
You gotta leave.
plateau. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, the most thing about this industry, you have to humble yourself down to certain standards, where certain things that you wouldn't expect that will happen, but you have to lower yourself down at a lower standard and realize your common goal and what you're trying to achieve. You know, I've been through a lot of my life, and right now I'm at a point in my life where I'm settled right now. I'm not saying I'm content with it. I'm just settled. With that being said, it's like I know what I'm going to achieve. I know what I'm about to achieve. Sometimes you can't tell nobody your plan, because when you tell somebody your plan, it'll never work out. But with that being said, I'm definitely looking forward, you know, really for the challenge, and I'm definitely glad to call the place I call home, which is with Young Village.
Yeah, man, that sounds good. So, let me ask you a question, man. You know, my very first thing that I ever tried to make in the kitchen, like my parents left. You know, they left your boy at home alone. You know, I started peeping. You know, I used to watch like late at night. I used to watch Traveling with Brooke Burke. You know, like it would be like 11 o'clock. I would go sneak in and watch this, and I would be amazed at like all the food and stuff, right? And so, you know, chicken and waffles has always been like a popular thing. I was like, I'm gonna do some lemon pepper chicken, and like I didn't know how to make waffles. I knew how to make pancakes. So I'm gonna do lemon pepper chicken and pancakes. You know, f this up. It was awful. Chicken was raw. You know, everything was just horrible. You know, the lemon pepper sauce though was fire. You know, if I'm, you know, we can't test it. I was like 5 or something. I don't remember. But it was one of the first things I made. I remember being so satisfied about it. Not as much as like the first thing I made where somebody ate it and it was good.
Right.
They were like, oh, it's popping, but
Right. I
It
feel
was
you.
the
Right.
step, man.
Right.
What was the first thing you made that you like? It wasn't like a
It was
recipe.
pancakes.
Somebody told you.
It was pancakes. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
First thing, I was 8 years old. I remember I still got a scar on my stomach. I was making pancakes, and it's funny. My father was telling me how to make them, but he was making them with butter, and I didn't realize he was making them with butter. And when you make pancakes with butter, it soaks up, and you can flip it. You actually can flip it.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a
Yeah. But
process
me,
that happens.
I did it with grease.
Okay, so you got a little
And I
heat.
tried to flip it, and it came back on me, and it burnt my stomach up.
Okay, the whole pancake.
No, the grease, when I flipped it, the grease came back and it hit my stomach.
You're a brave man. How old
But
were you?
I was 8.
Battle wounds.
Between 7 and 8. I actually still got it, and we actually talk about this to this day.
Mhm.
But it was really it was funny at the time, and it also was a learning experience. But my pancakes is the bomb now.
Okay.
I'm glad for burning myself.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you, just for clarity, you were laughing when the oil hit you, or
No, I wasn't laughing.
Okay, 'cause you said it was funny at the time.
I wasn't laughing at all. It actually hurted, and it bubbled up after 2 days on my
Yeah.
stomach. So,
Yeah.
but my father actually told me, like, you know what, you gotta take your time. Be patient. If this is something you want to do, seek it. Get the knowledge on it first. And that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm just trying to put my right foot forward and just keep it moving.
Absolutely, absolutely. On that note, keeping it moving, hashtag Vote Yum Village. If you don't know, now you know. Chef Marcus
Yes,
has,
sir. The
Go
Haitian
ahead.
roti. I got the Haitian roti bread, which is definitely gonna be phenomenal, with my season on it, of course. And I can't tell you everything that's gonna be in it, but I guarantee it's gonna be great.
Yep. If you want to see that on the menu as early, I'm telling you, as early as April, we're talking 4119. Haitian style roti bread prepared by yours truly, Chef Marcus.
Yes,
Head on
sir.
over to Yum Village and hit the hashtag Vote Yum Village and vote for Chef Marcus roti bread. We're going to be taking a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to break down the Detroit restaurant scene and get more into that behind the food details when we return on Refrigerator Diaries.
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
That's straight.
Yeah, man, that was good. That's nice and energetic. You know? Yeah, you
I had to-
feel,
I said,
feel
I didn't even-
comfortable, man.
Yeah, I always feel comfortable talking.
Yeah,
So
dude,
I like talking to
Man,
people.
this is the last interaction I had with you in video and audio was 15 times.
Yeah, I was. It's different now.
No, it's all good, man.
I got so
I
much to
like how
talk
it's
about.
turning.
It, so
Yeah,
it's different.
man.
So.
So what do you want to talk about before I kind of come in here with the agenda? What you trying to get out? We got